everyone, and welcome back to the Neverland Book Club. I am your host, Nadia, and today I want to talk about my March TBR list because it's quite different than anything else I've ever read. And I'm kind of cheating, just a little bit, by being done with one of my intended March books before the beginning of March, so for me. Okay, so my list looked a little different a few days ago. It was going to include titles such as the newly released hard case crime novel Later by Stephen King, which I purchased yesterday, the moment it came out, The Push by Ashley Audrain, and Midnight Library by Matt Haig. But then this came out. And everyone I follow on Instagram just completely lost their minds. And honestly, so did I. I was tempted to do a little reaction video, but I didn't want to recreate my genuine reaction, which was that of just utter bemusement and absolute excitement over this new and dark, magical world. The only fantasy I had ever read before was really just Harry Potter as a child, and not too much since, not world-building lore, other than The Lord of the Rings, but it's a different story. I normally tend to stick to either the dark, depressing, hopeless moods of Stephen King and Dean Koontz, or the flowery, pastel-y, sunshiny period piece worlds of Jane Austen and Leo Tolstoy. Did you hear that? But when I saw this trailer, I was seduced. By the imagery, the magic, the little ring claw thingy he does this with. Did anyone else get Darcy vibes when they saw the Darkling use his little ring thingy? Which I now know is called an amplifier, I think. See, I'm learning, it's exciting. So after doing the tiniest bit of research, I found that this intriguing world was the beautiful brainchild of Leigh Bardugo, and that there was a trilogy as well as a duology within this GrishaVerse, so it's called. So I immediately went to the computer and started looking up all of my local bookstores because I wanted to physically own them. I called numerous small bookshops and none of them carried even the first book. It was sold out everywhere. So then I went crawling back to the bookstore giant at Barnes & Noble. I went online and intended to pick up in store, cause safety or whatever, and found, what? Also sold out everywhere. Nary a copy to be found in all of Los Angeles. So I caved and I said, fine, I'll just order it. I won't have the instant gratification my generation is so entitled to. So I ordered all 3 Shadow and Bone books, as well as 6 of Crows and Crooked Freedom, and didn't see until after I had checked out that they wouldn't get here for another week. It's unacceptable. Disappointed. I was on a mission. By this time it was late. I had spiraled for too long. My dear husband was begging me to talk about anything else. So I waited for tomorrow to continue my search. I awoke with the sun, determined to venture into the Shadowfold. A journey I had been pretty late for, really. But I didn't care that I had already spent the money on the order. I needed them now. So I drove to my closest Barnes & Noble, waited in a long line outside because of capacity restrictions, and scoured the 3 floors, refusing to ask for help. I needed to do this on my own. And then I found them. They weren't out of stock at all. They had multiple copies I could have picked up curbside, like they advertise on their website. Then why, oh why, did I go through all of this? Who the hell knows? Plus I'm dramatic. So
dramatic?
So now, naturally, I have 2 copies of the entire GrishaVerse and I regret nothing. And my credit card is in pain. And that, dear viewer, is my March TBR story. I intend to read all 5 of these books in the month of March, and I've actually already finished Shadow and Bone in one day. And good God, am I even more excited for the Netflix series to come out now. I've even started tabbing. If you'd like to follow me on my first journey into the realm of literary YA fantasy, please consider following me on Instagram, where I post daily and I love to interact with my fellow book enthusiasts. This is ringing in my ear. That's all for this little catch-up. Make sure to like this video if you liked it. Comment below if you're ready for the new Shadow and Bone series, or if you'd like to share what's on your March TBR list. I'd love to know. Please subscribe as well. That would make me smile. And I will see you again on Saturday for another full review. This week, I'll be covering The One by John Mars, another Netflix series adaptation that also comes out the same week as the video, so look out for that. All right, stay lost, keep reading. Goodbye. I'm going into the shadow fold. Wish me luck. Was that a train?